I know, but do you think it's right that a mom can say, I don't want this baby, but a dad never can?
I mean, I just think that's just the way it is.
But do you think it's right?
I mean,
Yes or no? Gun to your head.
Now, time out. This is a very touchy subject, right? Because this is a huge problem, and this is why, ladies,
I got my
listen to
swag right, feeling crispy clean. Girl, I'm the flyest mother you've ever seen. So much money.
Welcome back to the Hear Me Out podcast. Today, I'm going to be reacting to It's Complicated, right? I love Complicated. It's Complicated. We all love It's Complicated. This guy, like, his questions are, like, so tactical. Like, anybody that knows me, I don't ask questions for no reason. Like, if I ask you questions, because I'm looking for a very specific answer, right? So hear me out. So I think Complicated is the same. It's complicated. But this part right here, I want to get into this video, right? This is an amazing question, and like, I love to see women stand up for truth. And I also love to see women fumble when they hear the truth, and then when they almost like contradict themselves, they can't really fix it. But listen, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, turn notifications, because I'm going to be dropping videos like this daily. But I want to get into this so fast. This topic right here, it's a very touchy one, but it's necessary to have this conversation. Let's rock and roll.
There's so much talk about a woman's body, her choice, and like that.
Yeah.
My question is, if we give a woman the right to opt out of motherhood,
Right.
should we also give a man the right to opt out of fatherhood and 18 years of child support?
I agree. You don't agree?
No, I don't know.
But if a mom walks into an abortion clinic and says, you know what, I'm not feeling this, and gets an abortion, the dad has no say. How come this mom can't? Let's just say it's a one-night stand, just hypothetical, and the mom comes back to the dad and is like, hey, I'm pregnant. Why can't he opt out if she was able to say, hey, I don't want this baby? It's a double standard.
Well, he could obviously sign his rights away, but he cannot physically make
He
somebody have
can't,
an
but he
abortion.
can't sign his rights away because he has to pay child support.
I mean,
He is legally bound by child
to be
support.
honest, that's just the way it is.
I know, but do you think it's right?
You can't tell a woman to have an abortion.
Listen.
Like, that's it.
I know, but do you think it's right that a mom can say, I don't want this baby, but a dad never can?
I mean, I just think that's just the way it is.
But do you think it's right?
I mean,
Yes or no? Gun to your head.
Now, time out. This is a very touchy subject, right? Because this is a huge problem, and this is why, ladies, listen to me, please. I've been saying this for so long on Instagram, on lives, on different all kind of platforms. If you women want better results with men, we're gonna have to start with this discussion, right? This discussion is gonna be a number one topic. Why? Because if it's your body, your choice, then it's my money, my choice. So a man should be able to decide whether he wants to be in that child's life or not. Now, what I will say is this. Excuse me. That has to be changed. Because the problem is this. Did you hear the woman say, that's just the way it is? They're already, a man can sleep with 50 women and be the man. And a woman can sleep with 5 guys and be a whore. What? Hey, listen. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. It would never be the same. That's just the way it is. Like, we have to start. See, because hear me out. if a man took that argument, hey, that's just the way it is, guess what that would be? Oh my God, he hate women, and then the best word in the world, that's misogynistic. And most women don't even know. When you ask women what's the definition to misogynistic, they don't know. What happens is that word has been hijacked by the feminist movement, like everything else. But hear me out. Let's just keep going, because this lady right here with the white T-shirt, I love that she was like, yeah, a man should be able to opt out. Why? Because it's true. If that man goes, oh my gosh, I want to have this child. Yes, let's have this child. And the lady says no, she has all of the right. All of the right. See what I'm saying? But let's keep on going.
I don't think it's right. I think the whole system's fucked.
We
on
spend
It
so
is.
much time talking about a woman's choice.
that. Right, but the man doesn't have one.
But my only point is, what reproductive rights does a man have?
None.
None.
Well, no one should be forced to do anything. A man, if the woman doesn't want it and the man wants it, the man shouldn't force the woman to carry the baby if that's not something she wants to do.
Right.
And vice versa.
But should she be
Right.
able to? I agree. But should she be able to force him to pay for a baby that he doesn't want if he can't force her to carry a baby that she doesn't want?
I feel, as a man, you need to know what happens. It's your responsibility to know what happens, and you need to have self-restraints in order to make sure you don't get into situations
Are you
like
talking
this.
about just for a man or for both parties?
I feel like this falls more on the responsibility of the man,
Why do you feel that it's more on the responsibility of the man than equally?
because as men, women, they got hormones, they got things going through their head, they got a lot of.
Do you think that being emotional and
See, see, I'm sorry. It's dudes like this. It's dudes like this. Why women are having such a hard time today finding a strong, healthy man in a relationship who's going to be a leader, a good provider, because these dudes is soft like him. Like this man right here. I said it. Him right here. Soft. This is the guy right here that glass of breaking night. Honey, the door. He'll be like, you, let's go together. Get the fuck out of here, B. Let's keep going, man. This guy's a coward.
entitles anyone to sympathy or special treatment?
I would say I would have more special treatment for women when they're emotional than I do when men when they're emotional.
But then we live in a world. Time out, hear me out. But fair use is complicated, fair use. But then we live in a world where they say, women claim, we want a man who can speak to his feelings and he's emotional. You see where the confusion happens? Why? Because hear me out. And big shout out to Fresh and Fit, Myron. Myron always says, isn't it funny that women want to pretend like their femininity, they could just turn it on and off. Like when the right man comes along, I can be feminine, but till then I'm going to be masculine. But then a man can't come and go, I'm going to be feminine until the right woman comes along and then I'm going to be masculine. No, we're expected to, listen, we are the only people that have to be consistent. We are the only gender, y'all know I don't do retakes. We are the only gender that has to consistently be the same. We gotta be providers. We gotta make the money. We gotta protect y'all. We gotta do everything consistently for the rest of our life. But a woman just gets well, I'm emotional today, so that's an excuse. And wait, I'm gonna get into more it's complicated videos. Because let's just stick to this one. Cause this guy right here is a coward. Got to get rid of this guy.
Why is that?
I mean,
And clearly there's no equality. Clearly he just said it. Cause if equality was true and it was for everybody, men and women will both feel about it the same way, and we don't.
because I feel men, you need to be strong. You need to be strong physically and mentally. And if you're not strong in both, you're going to lead to creating a path of fucking destruction and getting yourself into things like this. Because as a man, you need to know how to be strong. And doing shit like that makes you a weak man, in my opinion.
Just to play devil's advocate, if you're gonna say that's just the way.
Hold on. I'm so happy he said in his opinion, because his opinion didn't count. and I'm so sorry, I gotta say it like this. And see, the last guy you just saw, hold on, I'm gonna make sure you see his face. I want to make sure you see his face. See this coward right here? See, he's the one that will sit there. Yes, you know, women are emotional, and he's the one. This guy right here, this coward right here, he's the one that he'll sit there and say all this. He'll get married to a girl, and then she's fucking somebody like me behind his back. This coward right here, she gonna go out there and another man who's more strong, who alpha energy, he gonna be the one to be like, but you know what? You emotional. That's why you did that. You was emotional. I'll be yo, bro. This nigga is a coward. He's a coward. But let's keep on going. I'm sick of this dude already.
You need to know how to be strong, and doing shit like that makes you a weak man, in my opinion.
Just to play devil's advocate, if you're gonna say that's just the way it is, why bother fighting for any social change?
That's a good point.
Right.
I mean, when you say social change.
Sorry, I really want to hear what you.
Yeah, when you say social change, what do you mean?
What if we just said, well, women don't have the right to vote? That's just the way it is.
Right.
But that's not the way it is.
Well,
physically.
I know, but the way
physically.
what I'm saying is the way it is changes all the time.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
So why
But you
why
cannot
should we
physically make a woman have an abortion. That's it. So
Well, no, I'm
when
not saying
Either way, though.
Well,
either
well,
way.
my point is, I'm not even asking should we force women to have abortions. I'm saying if we give a woman the right to choose, why can't we give a man the right to choose?
I agree.
Right.
I understand if you are a rape victim,
Not this dude
or
again.
you're a young woman who, maybe just didn't know, weren't paying attention, and
Yo, get this fucking guy off this video. Who is this guy? She wasn't paying attention, so you wasn't paying attention when you was fucking? So this is what we doing now. This is the excuses that we gonna make for women. Bro, this guy right here is a coward. This dude is a coward right here. Like, maybe she was a grape victim. And it's like, dude, why do people always want to run to the far extreme? When, what is it? 0.111% of women are victims of grape. Why do we always go to the end of the world? And this dude here, bro, listen. Whatever.
one thing led to another, and now you have a child. But to opt out of fatherhood and opt out of motherhood, like, I'm the perfect example. My father didn't sit there and raise me, and I had a lot of issues growing up. So the fact that he chose to run out based
It's clear you had a lot of issues. Now, hear me out. I said this in my previous video. It's all right. I want to be careful, right? It's important for men to have masculine examples in their life. Masculine. Sometimes, the men that are masculine, they may not be the best men, but the men have to see some form of masculinity in their life. So, but there is a difference. I do know a lot of men who were raised around predominantly women, and then I know a lot of men who were raised predominantly around men. And the funny part about it is, most of the men that are raised with women tend to do what? Run to the street, and the street raises them, and then the street chews them up, and then what does the data show? That most boys raised in single mother households end up what? In jail or where? We're not going to mention that. TVs get turned off. But we're not going to go that far right now. Like I said, clearly, I had a lot of issues. Like he said, I had a lot of issues. It's clear. It's clear because your mind, you can't even be, hear me out. I'm a grown man. And I know it's fair. I can determine right from wrong, fair from unfair, unjust and justified. But clearly, he can't. This man can't do that. But let's keep on going. This man is a coward.
based off of the decision
You need to grow
that
some
he
balls.
made to do with my mom makes him a coward. So I don't believe anyone should have the power to opt out. Like, the baby has to suffer now because you don't have the resources to take care of it.
Now, that would be a fair outcome. No one should have the opportunity to opt out. So that means, ladies, if you get pregnant, you shouldn't be able to opt out. He just said it. You see, because a lot of women would say, yeah, he's right. Up until this point right here, he would have been right. But I guarantee you, with this point right here, we're like, oh, no, I don't agree with that. Why? Because understanding and equality is only when it's beneficial in all aspects for a woman. And this is the reason why it hasn't worked. And I've been telling you ladies for too long. Equality. Listen to me. Equality for a woman would be dangerous. It would be dangerous. If every woman had equality, you wouldn't like it, I promise you.
But you were willing to commit the crime, but you're not willing to do the time.
Yeah, she
The
fucked
argument
too.
that I hear all the time is, well, the man's reproductive rights should have been exercised early. He should have thought of that before he had sex.
Right.
But the problem with that argument is that is the exact same argument that pro-lifers use against
That's
abortion.
true. You're right. It's hypocritical.
Thank you. And I'm so grateful that this young man was able to understand that. Big shout out to It's Complicated. And this lady, she said it. She goes, it's right. It's hypocritical because you can't say, well, you should have thought about that before you had sex. Then why didn't she think about that when she was having sex? Why didn't she have birth control? Why didn't she have a condom? Why didn't she do what she needed to do before she had sex with the man? You see what I'm saying? And this is the problem. But you know what time it is, man. Michael May, I'm your host of the Hear Me Out podcast. Until next time, we out.